Hey man, how you doing?
Oh,
You there? Can you hear me?
yeah.
S-
What's up?
Sorry I was an hour late. I went to sleep around 7 o'clock to take a nap because I was up for 24 hours and I overslept. um,
I am. Me too.
so, you were the. I've talked to Mel Maniego, I've talked to Fred Dator, and now I'm talking to you, the third and remaining member of Private Stock.
Yeah. I just heard 2 weeks ago that remember Paul Eco, the first generation private stock?
Uh huh.
He's already dead in
Are you
1985.
serious?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah. I just heard
man,
it 3 weeks ago.
that's really sad. I was actually gonna
Yeah.
try to look him up too.
I think Frederick didn't know, and Mel too.
Yeah, Fred told me that he hadn't heard from him in God knows how
Yeah.
long. Wow, that's the reason. That's a big reason why I'm trying to remaster and get the private stock reissue as good as possible, just to commemorate all you guys. Cause it, I don't know if you watched my interview with Mel and Fred, but
Not yet, actually, not yet.
well, it pretty much blew Mel's mind originally when I'm overly fascinated with private stock. Like I love Urban
Mm-hmm.
Bandits and GI and all them, but your band is just something that totally unexpected. Honestly, when I first heard private stock, I was just like, "What the hell?" Because just to give you an idea, before we get into this interview, I
Yes.
okay, so my first Philippine punk rock band was Urban Bandits. That's I found Manila Girl. Before I went to the Philippines in
Ah, okay.
2018. I was looking up Philippine punk rock and I just found Urban Bandits. Then I found Phil Bio, ILV, and all them. And then
Mm.
there's the blog spot that I found your album on. And I first
Uh-huh.
listened to it, I was like, holy hell, Rock and Roll Machine, have more fun. That blew me away. And then going further into the album, as I've told you before, in some of the slower songs, 50s
Uh-huh.
doo-wop rock and roll mixed with punk. It's like, wow, that's a bit
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, because we got the idea from the Stray Cats, something like that.
Stray
The
Cats, there we
Polecats.
go.
Yeah. You heard about Stray Cats before?
Yeah, I know Stray Cats. My
Yeah, yeah,
grandpa,
yeah.
he grew up with all that stuff, and he introduced me to that at a young age. But
Yeah.
yeah, Private Stock is just something completely very distinct sound, very distinct sound. But so Fred and Mel have explained to me their
Mhm.
stories of Private Stock and how it was with them. So you said you were one of the very first members of the band,
Yeah, second generation.
second generation. Just give
Mhm.
me your story about Private Stock and how you came to be in the band.
Yeah, we started with them way back in 1984, 85, something like that,
Yeah,
around that circle. And we met in school. Yes, we met when we were at school. Frederick, Mel, and me.
yeah.
Yeah.
They I know Mel went to Delta University.
Yes, 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 sir. Then they invited me to join together with my brother.
Edmond, right?
Yes, Edmond. Edmond.
Yeah, I heard he passed away in 2012. It
Mm.
was or 2015.
Because after Paul Eco left, they decided to invite us.
That's
Oh no, well, no. Edmond is already in the band. Mel and I are not.
oh
Frederick decided
yeah.
to invite me and Mel to join the band. That's what it. That is.
And you played bass, right?
Uh, at first I played the guitar, then bass, then
Then what? Sorry, my
I
signal's a
played
little
bass
choppy.
on the if you know the compilation, the third bombardment.
Oh yeah, the
I don't
bombardment.
know. No.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. With the song "Strange Boy."
Strange
in
Bow
high
in the
school.
Secret Service. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, I played bass on high school.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
The
that's
song
a
high school.
yeah,
The song high school.
yeah. And I know what song you're talking about. I've listened to almost everything by Private Stock, other than the second album that never happened. Well, okay, when I
What?
say never the second Private Stock album that didn't wasn't able to come out for some reason.
Ah, yeah. That was the third generation.
Yeah, that's the only thing I haven't heard in full by. I mean, Mel shared with me some things, but I really hope I get to hear that one day.
Did he give you the demo?
He sent me a couple tracks off of it, but he didn't hasn't sent me the entire thing yet.
Yeah. What songs?
I know they're in Tagalog. I can't recall their titles, unfortunately.
There's also English.
Yeah, no, I know. He sent me some, I think 4 or 5 songs from it. This was a long time ago. I can't recall the
Oh,
names of
okay.
them, unfortunately, but I liked what I heard when he sent them to me, though. They're really good. That's why I really wish that there was a CD or something of that out there. That'd be really cool. 'Cause, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the sound definitely was a lot different than Hype School sound. It was a lot more.
Yeah, it's a lot of different
Yeah,
actually.
it's almost a totally different band to that extent, but it was really good though. I remember I liked what I heard.
Then we just inserted the other songs in a new recording, like the Stage Voice, the Secret Service,
Oh yeah,
I think there's Hype School, the deep version.
yeah, I think I remember that. I mean, I haven't like I said I haven't heard it all, but
There's the
I
piano.
almost kind of had a Ghost Signals vibe to an extent because Ghost
Yeah,
Signals
what about
was
the Ghost
around that
Signals? You
scene.
have the Ghost Signals?
Yeah, I love the Ghost Signals. I've got Secrets and Lies. I've got that CD. Actually, you know
Yeah.
Al De Malanta of Dead End and Throw. Al De
Mm.
Malanta actually sent me a Ghost Signals CD. I love Al. He's awesome. And the Vagabonds, Rescue Letters and Human
Vagabonds,
Barricades
yeah.
for Nowhere Bound. I love the Vagabonds. I've only been able to hear one song of the
Those are
Vagabonds so far.
unplugged.
Yeah,
Mm.
I really like Mel's country rock band. I wish I could. I've only heard Nowhere Bound. I haven't heard much else from the Vagabonds, but I hope one day I get to hear the rest of the album they made. So you
Be-
said huh?
yeah.
So you said you were in a band before Private Stock called um
You know, we tried to start a band before Private Stock, but it didn't work out.
so,
It's a we're trio group.
a what group?
We wrote some songs, but it's a kind of it's a it's more influenced by power pop Brit
Uh,
type
I get you. Yes,
80s.
are you familiar with the Arnold Morales band Music Front?
Yeah, before they started as the college.
Yeah, I know. But after Urban Bandits, they had a band called Music Front that was kind of on those terms. It was a little more power popish, new wave-ish. Arnold's.
Yeah.
Would
Like
you
the
would you compare your first band to their style? I have never heard Music Front before.
yeah. Like the no, the records. You heard that band? It's a Brit band.
Oh no, I've never heard Music Front before.
XTC. Something like that.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about. I wish I hope you're able to find the cassette tape one day because I would love to hear.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Just remember, I found my bandmate before, and I'm asking him, is there any left?
So that's 30 odd years ago, but sure.
Yeah, because that was in 1982.
That's a, the older that I get, the more that like, I remember in the earlier 2000s when I listened to a punk rock record from like 82 or
Yeah,
83. It's like, oh, it's 20 years old, and now it's almost 40 years old. It's getting as time
yeah.
goes on, the 80s are just it's getting further and further away. Like like one thing that I'm really hoping to find, which I'm not gonna lose hope on it, but I really, although I'm reissuing Hype School myself, I really hope someday
Mhm.
that I can find an original Hype School cassette tape. That would be so awesome.
Oh, the original release.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the original Hype School, the '86
Hmm.
cassette tape from Pale Records. Mel told me there was, I think,
Yeah,
500
that was
made.
strange because none of us have that tape, the original tape. We lost it because
Yeah.
we gave it to our friends. There's nothing left for us.
Yeah, that's what Mel was telling me is that he doesn't even own one. He believes he knows a couple people who might, and even Fred says he might know someone who has one. But the problem is, if
Hmm.
somebody has a Hype School, I highly doubt they're going to just sell it. 'Cause, I mean, if I had a Hype School, I wouldn't sell that. It's like a treasure. I don't see someone just saying, yeah, okay, I've had this for 30 some years. I'll sell it to you, kid. I don't see that
Oh,
happening.
I just wish there's one existing.
Oh, I'm sure there's someone. So you know the blog spot that's got the Hype School digital rip on there? The French, the Brave New World blog spot that I'm talking about?
No, yeah, yeah.
That guy who is he's a French guy who apparently is part of the scene for the longest time. I'm trying to get a hold of him, but he's uploaded so much of the Philippine punk rock cassettes, including Brave New World Live, Urban Bandits, and everything. And he uploaded Hype
Yeah,
School.
so maybe he's the one who uploaded our songs
Well,
to
no,
the
I
net.
I uploaded your songs to YouTube, but he uploaded it to the blog spot because I found that's where his blog spot is where I found Hype School, and I downloaded it from there, and I uploaded it to. I did a little bit of not a total remaster, but I cleaned it up a little bit. I put it on my punk rock channel because I want more people to know about Private Stock.
So, do you have any original Twisted Red Cross tapes?
I have a Dead End Second Coming. I've got that. Let me look at it real quickly. I've got Dead End Second Coming. Oh, original ones?
Okay.
Yeah, they're just Dead Ends.
Yeah, the original one, the
I don't.
80s.
I No, I don't
Oh, it's
have.
all the issues?
Yeah, almost everything I have is reissues, like the not private stock, Philippine Violators at Large. I've got
Hmm.
World Gun Mad reissue of that. I don't really have anything that's original. Like my Urban Bandits Independence Day, I have the vinyl reissue. I've got
I
the.
remember I have an original Betrayed.
You do?
Yeah, but I didn't know where I put it.
Oh man. So if you it's like I'll buy that from you. I'm trying to find the '86
That's the
Betrayed.
original cassette tape.
Would you be willing to sell that?
No, if I found it, I will give it to you.
Really?
Yeah.
My voice just squeaked like a 10-year-old.
Hmm. But let me start looking for it
I will.
again.
You were so amazing, like for real. And obviously, when I get this reissue done, you, Mel, Fred are all getting. So I'm planning on making a private stock hype school cassette tape CD. Sure, I'm gonna make some merc, and obviously you guys are gonna get stuff for free. One of the questions wanted to ask for you is, what are some of your fondest? I already kind of have the gist of how private stock started because I talked to Mel and Fred. But what are some of your fondest memories of private stock, and what are some the songs that you wrote? What are the stories behind them?
Yeah. Like I said, the songs I wrote was by myself. It's the What a Girl,
Yeah, like what a girl.
Red Rock and Roll Machine, uh, Edmond, Edmond made the melody, and I wrote the lyrics. I wrote the lyrics. Rock and
Uh,
Roll Machine.
Rock and Roll Machine's one of my favorite songs off Hype School.
Yeah. We I was sleeping back. I was sleeping that morning, and then Edmond woke me up, uh, playing the tune, and then he said, "Can you make some lyrics?" And then, so right there and there, we started to make that song.
I just love the story of it. Walking down the street, call your friend to borrow his
Yeah.
guitar. That is so classic. Like that is such rock and roll right there.
Yeah. It's just it portrayed the real what's happening during our time. Yeah.
I mean that's
And
punk
what the
rock.
girls, it's like what?
I said that's punk rock the way it happened.
Yeah, yeah. it's a punk rock thing.
One of the funny things about Rock and Roll Machine, so I know there's the demo version on Rescue Letters 1, but like
Hmm.
in the Hype School version, Fred's the vocalist, and he changes up his voice to go, "Walking down the
Actually,
street."
there's also a demo version, and I don't know if Mel still have it.
Well, it's on the Rescue Letter Human Barricade, the demo version of Rock and Roll Machine, because the difference is on the Hype School version, there's a deep voice over the song, and then on the demo version, it's just regular vocals. And I guess Fred, have you know what I'm talking about, right? With the deep voice on Rock
Yeah.
and Roll Machine. Yeah, that's the difference between the demo and the Hype School version, and also the Rescue Letters version is more, it's more raw guitar and less colorful, I should say. There's the
Mm.
it's just
I
kind of
remember.
a
Yeah,
one
yeah,
take. But yeah, I
yeah. I
love Rock and
remember
Roll
that
Machine.
demo version.
I wish I could find Rescue Letters one. That'd be so awesome. So, um, uh, like I said, what are some of your fondest memories of the private stock? How many? I've been told
Second
you
generation or the whole generation?
just at any time, like when you were with the band, like what do you remember? What do you remember and recall the
Well,
most?
the most memorable was the second generation because during that time, every time we went to a concert, even though we're not playing, every time we watch Brave New World, really, uh, we go this far place. Um, During that time, we don't have money, right?
Yeah,
We're just kids, we're just teenager. Uh, we just have a hitch ride, something like that. Um, we share food. It's really a punk rock thing, you know.
yeah, man.
Uh,
That's what punk's all about.
mm. Not like the third generation where already getting matured.
I what's your so what I was gonna say here is do you were you with private stock on the third generation at all?
Yeah, yeah. There's another member, a younger one that was Jason.
Ah, Jason. I
I played the drums.
what so
He replaces Luis.
yeah, wasn't he in Puerto Ska around that time?
What?
Wasn't Lou in Puerto Ska around that time?
Yeah. He was in Putuska at the time.
I love Puerto Ska, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
You
really,
missed the concert.
yeah, I'm really down about that too. Like, I left the Philippines on February 28th, and I'm so down about the fact that I missed that. I didn't just I missed Puerto Ska, I missed Urban Bandits reunion. I missed so much. I mean, I'm gonna be back there in a few months, so I won't be missing anymore. But damn, I mean, I got to see a live recording of it, but shit, I was like almost crying. I was like, no. Well, the thing is, my plane ticket was booked in October 2018 for February 28th, so it was booked way in advance.
Yeah.
And so, if I would have known that was coming, I would have been like, no, fuck it, I'm staying, I'm staying, I'm staying. I gotta stay for this. Yeah. What are some of your favorite Philippine punk rock bands, or some of your favorite Philippine bands in general that influenced you as a musician?
I mean, foreign or locals?
First local, then foreign.
Oh, locals. I like Urban Bandits. Oh, the Woods. Chaos. Third World Chaos.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to.
Tommy and Dead Ends. Betrayed. Yeah, those are. Yeah. That's all.
Mine are roughly
For
the
the
same.
foreign, there's a lot.
Yeah. I grew up on American hardcore, but my favorite Philippine punk rock bands are probably at the very top, Dead End, then GI, then Private
Yes.
Stock, then it
Oh.
kind of just depends on my mood, honestly. Because if I'm in
Yeah.
the mood for more emotional stuff, I'll go with the Dead Ends. I'll go with Phil Vio. If I'm in the mood for politically charged stuff, I'll go with Urban Bandits and IOV. But if I'm in the mood for just rocking and rolling and having a good time, that's what I was gonna tell
Mm-hmm.
you is Private Stock Hype's Cool is an uplifting album. It's not a negative and depressed album. It's a when I want to feel good, I'll listen to Hype's Cool. I mean, it's in the name Hype's Cool. When I want to feel good, I'll listen to that because
Actually, we didn't know that it will come out like that.
do what?
Yeah. We didn't know that it will be appreciated like that.
Oh, dude, I've actually, and this kind of blew Mel and Fred's mind. I've been playing, as I have a couple prototype cassettes of what I'm trying to reissue,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got a CD of it that I made. I've been playing it since I've been back in the U.S. For a lot of my friends around
Mm-hmm.
here, I've been taking it to record stores. There's a lot of people in my country that are really excited to hear Hype School come out. There's a lot of
Oh.
people that are like, "Whoa, that's from the Philippines! Holy shit, that's amazing!" Like they're like, "Oh my god, this little '86 band in Southeast Asia is packing some power! Holy hell!" So yeah, they're awesome. So you guys did a damn good job when you guys were playing, and I hope at some point there can be a private stock reunion. I mean, I know that's probably pushing it too much, but
Because during that time, we just wrote songs, played it. We didn't know that it will come out like that.
I mean, I don't really know punk rock band ever has it in their head in 1983 that 30 years from now they're going to like especially the punk bands that have actually made a career out of their music. None of the punk rock bands ever expected any of that. That wasn't punk
Yeah.
rock to do. It was just explode on the mic, make up some lyrics, just let it out.
Exactly, exactly. That's what happened.
It's punk isn't like regular rock and roll where you try to you get a band, you pay all the members, you get the major label, and do the Led Zeppelin thing. No, that's not punk.
And we never thought of getting income or something like that. We never planned to earn money from that. We just want to play. We just want to write songs.
Hey, you know what I gotta
That's
say about the
it's fun for
Philippine
our
punk
thing.
scene? The Philippine punk
Yeah.
scene's got something a bit different that I love about it versus the U.S. scene. Like in the U.S. back then, a
What?
lot of the bands, although they had the mentality of just DIY, do it now, self destruct. In the Philippines,
Well,
from what I've read, it wasn't even about let's preserve shit. You guys were so punk that you gave it all away. You gave your
yeah.
cassettes away, you gave your shirts
Exactly.
away, and that's kind of a reason why it's kind of hard to find stuff today.
Mm.
It's made my hunt a little hard.
Once we got our copy, we gave it away.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like fuck.
Something like.
It's like, hey friend, do you have another copy of Hype School? This is my last one. Here, you can have it. It's like no. Uh, I just hope I find a Hype School one day. But you said you were. I wanted to talk about your
Yeah.
internet cafe business because that's really interesting to me.
Yes, it's after after Private Stock broke up. Sadly, I mean, after we left the band,
When you say broke up,
we
do you
do
mean second generation or third generation?
that was second generation.
So this
The
was
second
in the
generation. Oh no
80s
no
then.
after that after no yeah after the third generation. I
So
mean,
this was in the mid to late 90s when you started the internet cafe.
97, 98, 97, 98.
That's what I was wondering because I was like, holy shit, you started an internet cafe in the 80s?
Yeah,
Wow.
after we third generation broke up, I I started in the I started an internet cafe business year 2000.
Oh. And how did that go?
Yeah, it goes a long way. I mean, it worked out. We have that business for at least, I think, 4 or 5 years.
May I ask what the name of your internet cafe was?
Yeah, it's a rental. I mean, people went in our shop, used the computers.
Yeah, I know how they operate.
I got 20 units of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice. Yeah, I lived in.
Then,
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say
then,
I lived in
yes.
I lived in Japan for like 3 or 4 months in 2016, and when I first came to the Philippines, like I knew of internet
Oh yeah.
cafes, but I had the Japanese version in mind. Have you ever been to Japan before?
So you know how to speak Japanese?
A little bit. Watashi wa nango
A
desu.
little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Wakarimasen.
I see. How come you live there?
I
I
just
mean,
Japan was the first country I ever went to visit, and I literally just went there on a whim. I had a tiny plan in mind to find the local
mhm.
punk rock bands and kind of to do in the like what I did in the Philippines. Only I didn't go to. Okay, I went to the Philippines originally because my wife's from there.
Uh-huh.
I did not have a girlfriend in Japan, but I just went there just because I wanted to. That's really all there is to that. But I Japan's a totally different universe than where I'm from. Totally different universe.
Mm. Mm.
But I was saying on the note of internet cafes, Japan's internet cafes are like little built-in cubicle hotels where there's unlimited snacks,
Whoa.
drinks, all that type of stuff, and you actually live in those. Like they're not just you rent a computer, you rent a room, you rent a cubicle,
Oh.
you have your own privacy. Like Media Cafe, Popeye, DVD
That's how they
Wabajima.
ran the cafe? That's how they ran?
Yeah, over there
Their
it's like
internet cafe?
it's
Wow.
pretty much your personal little cubicle hotel. Like an office cubicle. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah,
much.
yeah.
So I mean, sometimes if you go to the fancy ones, you get a room. But
Mm.
over there, like Media Cafe Popeye, you spend
In the
like
Philippines, that's a different setup.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is when I first came to the Philippines, my wife was like, "Hey, let's go to an internet cafe." I had
Mhm.
the thought that we were gonna go to rent a cubicle and have our own little space. I go there and I'm like, "Oh, this is just a
What you
computer
see is
lab."
a computer lineup lined
Yeah, I
up.
was like, "Oh shit, this is just a computer lab." She's like, "What did you expect?" And I explained it to her, and I showed her as I have some videos of the Japanese internet cafes. She's like, "Wow, that's so cool." So yeah, this is pretty cool too. The
Yeah, that's
difference,
the first time I heard about it.
yeah, in the Philippines, the big difference is other than the fact that you're just renting a computer, it's cheap as hell in the Philippines though. Like a
Yeah,
hundred pesos for 10 hours. That's $2 for 10 hours to be on the computer.
yeah. Our rent started at 30 pesos an hour.
Yeah, that's very, very, very cheap. Very, very, very cheap.
Yeah.
In Japan, it does not cost that much.
Actually, everything is cheap here.
It costs a shitload in Japan. Japan's
I don't know.
expensive.
Cost of living in Japan is much higher.
It's more expensive there than it is in the United States. Just saying.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because this country's rather
Not
expensive.
like here in the Philippines. Actually, everything is almost cheap.
If you have an
Mm.
American or a Western income, it is. I wouldn't say it's cheap for the Filipinos.
Oh.
Like, do you
But that's what you had what?
Oh, go ahead.
Uh, that's why one of the reason why some foreigners live here
Oh, I know.
because of the prices.
I'm aware of that. I mean, it does attract me, but I'm more attracted to the
Uh,
culture and to the music and to the food. I'm more attracted to the actual
yeah,
culture of the Philippines.
actually,
Like I could
that's
really,
what some foreigners says to the culture.
I could really care less about the cheapness. I mean, it helps, but I could
Mhm.
care less about it because I'm not the type of person to just move to, and I don't like to use the term third world country, but I'm not the type of person that likes to move somewhere just because it's cheap. There has to be more,
Mhm.
attributes to a place for me to actually want to live there. There's got to be more substance, and the Philippines, 7,500 islands. Oh my God, that is so much to explore. There's like I
Yeah,
don't know if there's actually 75,000, but there's thousands upon thousands of islands. There's so much
yeah,
history.
yeah.
There's so
I
much to
myself
explore.
I myself can explore that.
I don't know if any.
Already live here.
I don't
Yeah,
fucking know
yeah,
if
but
anyone, because that's a lot of islands. I've only
yes.
been to 4. You'd have to just like.
Me too. I went only a few islands. I only see at least five.
I've been obviously to Luzon, because that's the
The
main
nearest
island.
one. The nearest one.
I've been to Tinabak, Camarines Sur, Bicol, Cagligliar Island. That's outside of
Oh,
Tinambak. And then I've been to one other one. I can't think of the name of it. I don't know if it had a name.
oh. Ami, Bohol, Davao, Cebu, and Pangasinan, Bataan. Those are those five.
Nice. When I return, I'm gonna go to Cebu for a little bit because I got some friends down there, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, Cebu is beautiful. They have beautiful islands there.
I know most
The
foreigners.
Bantayan.
I know most foreigners migrate to Cebu because I guess it's the most westernized city in the entire country. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of foreigners who go there. Like I've got a buddy named Charles, and he tells me that Americans flock there by the week. It's like, oh. He told me you don't even need to know Cebuano. You don't even need to know Tagalog if you live there because there's so many English
Ah, yeah, you
speakers.
don't need because the Cebuanos prefer to speak English than Tagalog.
You've been to the U.S. then, right?
Four times. That was in 86, 89, 2008, 2017.
Oh wow. What do you do in the U.S.?
That's where both all the records I like
Oh,
during the 86 and 89.
nice. What
Yes, I got classic punk rock LPs, vinyls.
vinyls?
I bought it for $1, $2.
Damn. I wish
Hmm.
I would have grown up back then so that I could have got all my favorite records for that much instead of
Yeah,
the price the eBay sellers sell them for in 2019. $50 for a
I
Dead
got
Kennedys.
I got yeah, I got the original Ramones albums, the Great Rock and Roll Swindle.
Damn! For a dollar or two? Shit.
Yeah,
Fuck, I'm jealous.
during that time in Astoria, near Astoria. I took the
Us
subway and went there.
Astoria, Washington,
Na Astoria
Oregon.
Hotel in New York.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I.
Uh, yeah. Near that, around that area, there's a small store full of records and tapes. Uh,
Hell yeah. Sorry, under. I'm
yeah.
I need to go to New York at some point. There's a bunch of Sonic Youth.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorite bands of all time, and I gotta. I want to go. I want to see the CBGB store. I mean, I know CBGB's isn't in business anymore,
Now,
but I want to see the
when I
museum.
went there, when we went there last 2017, we went to the area of CBGB. CBGB's not there anymore. It's right an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, that's kind of sad too.
Yeah, sad. Yeah.
I mean, they've
What I saw
preserved.
is just Joey Ramone's place. At least his picture is on the wall.
Yeah, they've
I
preserved
got a
some of the
chance
artwork
to have some
from it, but
pictures.
I really wish they wouldn't have just torn that. I think the reason they tore it down or got rid of it's because of
Post, what?
leasing. The reason CBGB's closed, from what I recall, is because of renting issues. Like there was a problem with the rent and the lease and
This.
all that.
Oh,
Like
and they didn't work it out.
well, it's been a long time since I've read about this, but I think they were behind on rent or something because they couldn't keep up with the bills. Because I know there was a reunion show years ago where they had, I think, Joan Jett and several other legends play there to
Yes,
raise
yes.
money. And I guess although they got it to stay open for a while, there was
To
some.
save CBGB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a Save CBGB show that happened years ago, and
Mm.
unfortunately, I think it worked for a little bit, but in the end, they ended up having to close their doors, unfortunately.
Oh,
And so,
that is sad.
and so decades worth of punk rock and roll music down the drain. Which the Italian restaurant does have a small museum that's got some of the artwork, some of the flyers for the CBGB bands, but I really wish they would have.
Memorabilia. They
Yeah,
have all the memorabilia.
yeah, but damn, I've always wanted to see that place in its full of life motion again because CBGB
Yeah.
that's American hardcore at its core. That's just punk rock
CBGB is
music.
already it's a legend. It's a
Yeah,
it's a absolute.
that's another question I
It's
was
a
gonna
national
ask.
treasure already.
That's one thing I was gonna ask you is can you tell me? I ask every Philippine punk rocker about this. Can you tell me about
Yeah.
Katrina's, your version of CBGB's?
Whoa, yeah, yeah. So it's located Malate, somewhere there. It's a resto bar. Yeah, most likely like CBGB. We always have a gig there regularly. I think once a week. Mm. But we play not for money. We just want to play because of the music.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
Because
punk.
actually they don't pay us sometimes. Yeah, they
So
just give us some snacks, some drinks. Yeah. One thing for sure, you have a free beer.
free beer, free beer.
Yeah, and then that's all we want at that time.
Beer is good. I love beer. I like us. I love me. Funnily enough, San Miguel is my favorite beer, and next to Corona.
San Miguel beer is a national treasure.
Yes, I love San Miguel. When I first drank that shit, I was like, oh my god, this is delicious. I love this.
It's no, it was expensive in the United States.
You can get it in my
Yeah,
country.
yeah. I found
Where?
some in New York.
Oh, New York. Yeah, that
You
makes
know
sense.
how much it is?
No, I've
One
never.
bottle costs $4.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Holy shit! That's just for a regular bottle?
Yeah.
Oh.
And here you can get it for
Like,
34
yeah,
pesos.
exactly. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Mm.
Where I live,
But
I can't find it.
American beers in the United States and Mexican beers in the United States are more cheaper.
Yeah, like I drink Corona here,
Yeah,
eh,
Corona, I love Corona.
but
Now they have the new version of Budweiser. Before it was a color red, now it's color blue. Mm.
I I've looked all over the place in Kansas, my home state, from San Miguel. I can't
Yeah.
find it anywhere. But yeah, I had a feeling like San Francisco and New York. But damn,
You,
$4 a
you, you
bottle.
can you can get it in a Filipino store or a Filipino restaurant.
I might try to look. I might try to look into that now that I think about it, because
Yeah.
there might be a Sari Sari store up in Kansas City.
Maybe one can cost you $4.
Oh god. It's like fuck it. I'm flying back there in 3 months. I can wait. It's like I'm not really spending $4 on a.
Uh,
Unless,
yeah, you have a piece of San Miguel beer here.
yeah, I'll just wait till I'm back in Manila. Just go to 7-Eleven and get one for 33 pesos. Like screw $4. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean,
$4 will cost you 100 pesos to buy a beer for just one.
yeah, that's ridiculous. I love the what was it?
But yeah, but it's weird though. When I saw the Filipinos in the restaurant, the Filipinos who are already American citizens, they they buy buckets of it
By what?
in a restaurant. Yeah,
Oh,
a
buck.
bucket will consist of at least 5 bottles.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you have any plans to make more music in your life?
Oh, not at this time, I think.
So
We consider ourselves retired.
so private stock was the
Though
last.
I'm always listening, but yeah, but though we're still listening to our favorite music from the past. Music plans, music career. I don't think so. I don't know about Mel.
Uh,
When after he stopped Go Zigno.
yeah, I know what Mel's doing, but so you personally, was private stock your last musical
Yes,
outfit?
Private Stock was my last. Yes, that's my
Uh,
last. Yeah.
damn. I kind of
Yeah.
wish you had something else going because you're good. You're a talented musician.
Yeah. But no, there are times Mel and I when we see each other in a bar, we go jamming.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there are
rocking.
times like that. Mm.
Yeah, I just
Even it's on unplug. Mm.
yeah, that's fine. You gotta rock and roll somehow.
Yeah, yeah. Because we have this small bar here in our place where punks go. I mean, where that's where we hang out.
Nice. Yeah,
You can.
I'm gonna hang
Yeah.
out with a few people when I go back there, and I
And
hope.
I still go there sometimes.
What's the name of the bar?
That was a taste dugout. It's
Taste that.
a small bar.
Oh, nice.
Taste dugout.
When I get back there, we should totally meet up and hang out a little bit. Where do you live at, or regional wise at least?
Not in the capital. I'm within the Metro Manila area.
Oh, you in Metro
Not the
Manila?
Manila capital, but yeah. It's a place called Malabon City.
Oh, I think I've heard of it before. But when I get back there, we should totally
Yeah.
meet up. And I
Because I know Malabon, there are a lot of bands who came here. One of them is Private Stock.
private stock is
We
wonderful.
originated from Malabon.
Nice. I I
Dead
just
Ends was from Malabon. Dead Ends, Private Stock. Well, so there's a lot of bands who came, who grew up here.
if Fred Dator ever comes back to the Philippines, which he says he might, I hope you, Fred, and Mel can like get together and have a private stock reunion. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
our last reunion was in 2007, I think, or 2005. No, 2005, I think.
And
That
it,
was the last goodbye.
uh, well, anything's possible. I would love to see you guys play again. I mean, I know Wes Lou and Ricky are no, or not Ricky, Wes Lou and Edmond, sorry, are no longer with you anymore. But I think it
Yeah.
would be pretty awesome to see you three get together and like do something.
Mm. But the third generation drummer is still alive,
So yeah,
Jason.
he could probably get with you and do something.
But he's a little bit far from us. He lives in the province.
Oh, so that might be a little bit of a expensive jeepney ride to get him to meet up then.
Yeah, took at least 2 hours, non-traffic, non-traffic 2 hours.
Damn.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, is there anything else about your music career that like anything about private stock that I don't know yet? Have you seen the interviews with Mel and Fred yet?
Not yet, but I will later.
I'm
Is it on
trying.
YouTube? Yeah.
Both of them are on YouTube. I'm trying to think of any questions, as Mel and Fred have already pretty much told me the entire story of Private Stock. I'm trying to think of anything else about the band that I don't yet know yet to ask you. The main thing I wanted to ask is just your part in Private Stock and just your memories of the band. So, is there any other memories that you have that you haven't said yet?
Um, well, during our second year of private stock, at least we went on a tour outside Manila, at least for 3 or 4 times. Um, then that's all I remember so far.
Yeah, Mel said that you guys played a bunch of schools and stuff.
Yeah, schools in fiestas.
Fiestas. You played in
Yeah,
Fiestas?
yeah,
Damn.
we played in fiestas
That's
here
funny
in
as shit.
Malabon.
That's funny as
Yeah,
shit. Cool. I remember
yeah.
Fiesta. You gotta remember Fiesta. That
Have
went.
you attended any fiestas?
Yeah, well, I didn't know what it was at first, as I saw a bunch of posters and shit. But I went outside and I ended up being part of it without even
Yeah.
trying to. Like they just, like,
Every
hey, Joe, come and join the Fiesta. I was like, what?
yeah.
Oh, okay. What do I do?
Here because here every time there's a fiesta, they will put a stage
So you
and
guys
we'll get
just,
to play in there. Yeah.
damn, that would have been
For
awesome to see
free.
private stock at a Fiesta. Like, what was it like playing a Fiesta?
Well, the sad thing is that not all the people appreciated the music.
Oh, I could kind of see that. It's like, oh, it's so noisy. Oh my god.
Yeah, then no, man, they think we are weird, you know.
Oh my, really?
Yeah, because it's all people's of all walks of life. I mean, there all these. There's Lola. There's they. It seems like they that's the first time they listen to that kind of music.
Wow, I really wish I could have been there to see this. I want to see that reaction.
Yeah.
That's just like hearing the Ramones for the first time.
You won't see any slam dancing on that on that area.
That's funny as shit. I
They
can
just look at you. They
like,
just look at you
oh,
while
the
you're playing.
horror!
Yeah.
Like, what is this band? They're so noisy. They're so
I,
loud.
I, I, I think they're irritated, you know.
Good God, that's funny.
They're not used to loud music.
Are you a what Manila sound bands are you into? If you're into any of those, like I love
Tho-
Sampaguita
those
and Asin.
during the 70s, you're talking about during the 70s. When I'm in grade school, I mean, yeah, before high school, I turned to punk when came to high school. But during the 70s, like Juan de la Cruz band.
De La Cruz. I need to listen to him.
Yeah,
So many people keep telling me to listen to Juan De La Cruz.
yeah,
I've
Juan de
got
la Cruz.
I listened to Asin
Where
Apoking
Pepe Smith,
Society.
yeah, that was a Pepe Smith band before.
Oh
You know Pepe Smith,
no, I don't know. I need
the
to.
Mick Jagger of the Mick Jagger of the Philippines.
I'll give that a listen now.
But he's already dead. He's already dead. I think a
Oh,
few last year. But he's a legend. You know.
I'll give him a listen. The ones that I listen to the most are Asin Apoking Society, Sampaguita,
Yeah,
Charita Palita.
Apple Hiking Society is more of a mild song.
Yeah, they're
Actually, it's not a rock group.
yeah, I
Actually,
know.
it's a trio of yeah. Some of them is playing guitar or none of them.
I think my favorite's got to be Sampaguita though. Her 70.
Sapagita is a rock. He's a rock icon too.
And I don't.
Sapagita.
Some people consider these guys punk. Some consider the Manila sound, but I love the Jerks.
The Jerks, yeah, the Jerks.
Yeah, some
It's
people,
punk.
some
It's a
Pinoys
punk
consider
man.
them punk. Some consider them Manila sound, but I consider them punk
Mm.
because they definitely do have a more aggressive tone to their music. They're not really.
Especially their classic songs like what is this? The one they played in the Radio AM before with Howlin' Dave. Howlin' Dave's the DJ who played
Yeah,
punk rock music during that time.
yeah. From what I've heard,
Yeah,
they're pretty
and
damn good. I hope I get to
uh,
get sub. I want to get something physically by them at some point.
uh now the radio station that plays punk is the 88.3.
88.3. Yeah. When I lived over there, I tuned into that. I had a little radio, and I Noah Punctumulated Noise. He's the one that told me about that, so I made sure to tune into it as much as possible.
Yeah. But it's not the classic like it was used before. Oh, it's different now. That's why I miss the AM, the radio AM
Yeah.
radio station DZRJ. Uh, that's the original.
I wish I could have. I just. I'm so happy to be a part of the scene now, but I wish I would have known about the scene years and years and years ago
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
just kind of grow up with. That's one.
I also miss it. I know. Sometimes I think about it because I miss it.
Well, the
The
thing is, like,
scene. Yeah.
I grew up with American hardcore, like TSOL,
Uh-huh.
Dead Kennedys, Minor Threat,
At
and all them.
TSOL. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those are the bands that I grew up
I
with.
love TSOL. I love TSOL. It's a gothic punk, something
Yeah,
like that.
Jack Gershon's are my heroes, but what I'm saying is that's what I grew up with, and obviously I've only known the Bandits and all them for less than a year, for about a full year now,
You
and
can watch it in the movie Suburbia.
yeah,
You know the movie?
yeah, I know that movie.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah. It's
grown
a
up with
great
that,
movie.
but I just that's kind of one of the things that sets me apart in the Brave New World scene is I didn't grow up
Yeah.
with the Urban Bandits. I didn't grow up with Twisted Red Cross. I've only known about it for a year now, and I really wish that I did. I wish that I did have the history with Twisted Red Cross. I wish that I did, you know. I wish that I've been listening to Urban Bandits and Private Stock for the last 10 years. You know what I mean? Instead of
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
found them a year ago because they were, like Dead Kennedys, Minor
So
Threat, Bad Religion.
you feel me. You miss a lot.
Yeah, I feel like this scene slipped under my radar. Because like Bad Religion got me through high school. Bad Religion, my favorite band of all time. They're the
Yeah.
ones who my youth. I wish Urban Bandits and GI and Private Stock were part of my youth because they're so good.
Yeah.
And I know. I mean, I enjoy the hell out of them. I love all the bands. Everything from Chaos to Private Stock, Bad
But
Omen, Dead
it's a
Ends.
nice. It was nice to hear that there is someone who appreciated our music in the
Oh
West.
yeah, and I'll appreciate it forever. I mean, I appreciate it so much. I'm gonna reissue it, and I want to reissue a lot of stuff over there. I'm gonna support the Philippine punk scene because it's one of the most unique sounding scenes in the world. Like I've never seen a scene like this before. It's so thriving. It's not like in the United States, because I gotta get it off here in a second. In the United States, punk rock there is an underground, but a lot of the legends they've got
Hmm.
secretaries, and like for instance, if you were in an American punk rock band, there's a big ass chance that you and I wouldn't be talking right now because you'd be insanely hard to get a hold of. A lot of the no, a lot of the veteran like
Oh,
Joey Ramone's passed away. Marky Ramone,
yeah,
Henry Rollins, Jel Biafra, all them legendary punks, they've got their
yeah.
secretaries and their labels, and you got to pay money to see them VIP, and it's like they're
Whoa!
all Led Zeppelins at this point. You,
Oh,
you know what I mean? They're Led Zeppelin, they're Jimmy Page, they're Mick Jagger. You have to go through a bunch of
oh.
bullshit chutes and ladders to get a hold of them, and that's the one thing that I love about the Philippine punk rock scene is if I want to talk
You
to
have to
you.
go through those. You have to go through those things to talk to them.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah, you can't just call up Alternative Tentacles and talk to Gel Biafra. You have to set up an appointment and this and that. It's like, what the fuck happened to just talking? I mean, I understand, like, it's been 30, 40 years for most of these bands, and they've got
Uh,
thousands of fans all over the world, and they can't get to everyone, but to actually have to pay money to set up an appointment, blah. I like the fact
whoa!
that I can just talk to Arnold Morales. I can just talk to Al De Milan, to you, Mel. I can talk
Yeah.
to the Pinoy Punk legends. I'm friends with you
Yes,
guys.
they don't do that here. No, no, no. It's a different.
Yeah,
It's a lot of different.
The Philippine punk scene is actually it's still DIY. It is still the band. Like when you go see a Philippine punk band, the band is right there playing in front of you. There's no stadium. You know, there's
Yeah,
no
exactly.
$75 tickets. There's no
No, yeah,
VIP
yeah.
passes. There's no barrier to keep the poorer fans from having a good time. In this country, it's pay $10, you're in the back of the arena. You pay for $50 to $70, you can actually see the band. Pay $120, you can meet the band. It's like fuck that. That's not how it was in
The place we,
'81.
the place we played, always the ticket. You can get about 150
Yeah,
pesos ticket with a free beer,
exactly.
free one bottle of beer.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying is like the most expensive Philippine punk ticket actually the most expensive ticket I've seen is Puerto Rico with the reunion. That was expensive, but like the most expensive
yeah,
punk ticket I've seen is like 200 pesos, which $4,
yeah.
but
200 pesos with one beer.
but most of the time it's 50 to 100 pesos per ticket, which
Oh,
that's amazing. And
yeah.
you're not and when I mean I've been to a few punk gigs over there, and like I said, you
Mhm.
walk in, the band is right there. There's no bouncers, there's no bullshit. It's the band playing right in
Yeah,
front of you. It's how it's supposed to be, and I love that about the Philippine punk scene. The band is not Led
yeah.
Zeppelin. The
I
band
wish
is
you got to
punk.
watch in Club Dread. You heard about Club Dread?
About who?
The venue Club Dread.
No,
Have
I've
you
no.
ever heard about that?
The only Philippine
That's
punk venue I know of is the B side and Katrina's.
oh, there's also Club Dread. Research on it.
I'll give it a check. I'll check it out. Is it still going?
That was in the no, that was in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, I'll definitely check that
Oh,
out. That's more to look up now.
it's a punk venue too.
Alrighty,
Yeah, Club Dread.
alrighty. Well,
Yeah, it's a great place.
hell yeah. So,
No bullshit.
no bullshit. Raw rock and roll at its
Yeah,
maximum.
yeah.
Um, so, is there anything else that you would like to add to this? Because I have to get to. I just woke up and I gotta get
Actually,
some stuff.
I don't remember now.
Oh God.
So sad. Um, that's only the few I remember. I mean,
Well, you've given me a lot of good information about private stock and just about your opinion of music and all that. Like this wasn't I know you probably are wondering, like, since I'm interviewing you, like, where's the line of questions? I do interviews
yeah.
in a different way. My interviews
Uh,
are not your standard 20 question, I'm gonna ask you this and that. My interviews are
yeah.
mainly a conversation with someone where I just ask what I feel. I don't,
I think that's much better. That's much
yeah,
better.
I never write questions.
Yeah.
I refuse to. I'm just like, hey, so you're in this band, like, tell me about it. And we'll just have a conversation
Mm,
like we just had for the last hour and 15 minutes. That's how I do
yeah.
interviews. I never ask questions. Or, I mean, I don't write questions. I shouldn't say I never ask questions. I don't write questions. That's too boring.
No,
Because,
that's good because it came straight from the heart. You know.
yeah, and another thing, like, let's say you write out 20 questions. Well, like, let's say I asked you about private stock, and then let's say question two is what's your label like, or something like that, which I don't know about Paola. But what if I asked you one question, and then part of your answer stirred up another one, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't do ordered questions,
Yeah.
because I would rather just have a conversation and just get to know you that way. It's a lot more natural. Which a lot
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm talking about. It's a direct. It's
yeah.
direct. Come from straight from the heart. You don't have to memorize or anything, something like that.
I don't none. I've been a YouTuber for 12 years. I don't make scripts. I don't memorize shit. It's all improv. I can't
Exactly, exactly.
I don't fucking memorize lines. I can't memorize
It just
lines.
came naturally, though. It came just naturally. It just came naturally.
But yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add to this at all?
Oh, if I remember something, I'll tell you.
Alright, then,
But right now, I mean, I don't know. I have to go back. I have to go back to the past, though. But it's fun. I mean, second generation is it's more the happiest moment
yeah, the,
of my life.
the hype school generation. Hype
Yeah,
school.
the high school generation.
I hope I get to find that cassette someday. God damn, I want that cassette so bad.
Because the third generation is it's very different. Um, Me myself, I thought I was out from the punk scene during that time.
Yeah, Mel also
That
said that he kind of
that
departed
third
from it a bit.
generation, yeah, it's different because that was in the mid '90s, late '90s, and I'm still stuck in punk music till
Yeah.
now. And the third generation private stock is not doesn't play that way.
Yeah, I know it's got a different sound to it.
I want to add another thing. You know the reason why we didn't go mainstream during that time, during the 80s?
How come?
The main reason? Because of the music industry in the Philippines. You know?
What was it like back then in the
Uh,
mainstream?
uh, they don't want punk music.
Well, they didn't.
The recording labels, I mean the recording companies here, they don't want punk music.
Well, yeah, they didn't want it anywhere really. They
They all
tried.
they want discos, love songs, all the ballads. That's what they want.
I'm
Uh,
sorry for laughing.
you know why
There
that
were.
chaos Tony
Yeah,
Tanchanko
yeah.
paid the recording companies so they can record.
Third World
See?
Chaos, the song "We Are the One," Balladeer is just smart.
Yeah,
That song. I love.
they're the one who paid it. They're the one who paid the recording, not the recording company.
It's funny as shit because like Third World Chaos is the one band that I know that in New Move for Error takes a big shit on almost every other genre music. The disco pricks, the jazzers, the balladeers.
Yeah.
They just
That's
take a
why
shit on the
because
whole bit.
during that time we hate the ballads, we hate discos, we hate, that's why we hate them. We also hate the heavy metals that time.
Oh wow, yeah. There's a lot of punks who, like, I know Dead
Yeah.
Kennedys shat on the metal as much as they could, like with the song
Yeah, this is Jello Biafra. It's more political.
Yeah, he still is to this day. 40 odd years later, he's in his 60s. He's still
The same.
breaking. He's still breaking heads at the age of 60. That's crazy as shit.
But I like him. I like him.
Oh, I love Biafra. Oh
The
no,
attitude, yeah.
Biafra's fucking amazing. That man is gonna die a punk. He's gonna be on stage. This is Biafra's death. He's gonna be on stage rocking out at like 99 years old. He's just gonna drop dead.
He's gonna drop dead.
He's gonna be a real dead kennedy then.
You have the original Putis cassette? The
Yeah.
original one?
In fact,
Or the CD?
no, I don't have the CD, but the original cassette. I've got Manila's
Yeah.
Finest and the self-titled one. The self-titled one
You
is
got one? You got them? Where? Who
um.
who gave you that?
Noel Punk Mutilated Noise. He's
Oh,
he's a
okay.
good friend of mine. He's the one who's gonna distribute Hype School in the Philippines. But yeah, he gave me. Well, okay, he sold me the '95, and then the Manila's Finest was more like a gift. But yeah, I fucking
Oh.
love Patoy Scott.
We used to play with them in their
That's
gigs.
that is so awesome.
Yeah.
I hope
That was the third generation.
Yeah, I thought so, but when I return to the Philippines, I hope like hell that I can see them play at least once. I mean, I missed the Grand Reunion show, but they're gonna have more, and so that's hope. Hope is good. Hope and hype.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
Yeah, I hope when once Frederick come home, I mean, we could play some songs.
He told me that he does plan eventually
Even though
on
there's
going
no
back.
Edmond, there's no Luis.
He did tell me that at some, which you can watch the interview, but he did tell me that at some point he'll definitely love to come back and maybe do a reunion show. So that'd be fucking awesome. Get a hype,
Oh yeah.
get a private stock reunion in 2020 probably.
But right now, I don't think he has a plan going back.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
just talk to him about it. I mean, he said he wouldn't mind it. He doesn't have a plane ticket booked, but he
Okay.
said he wouldn't mind it. And he's like, he joked, he's like, you could be my tour guide since he's like, I haven't been to the Philippines in so long.
Uh,
Obviously, you lived through the 80s and the 70s, right? Over there.
yeah.
What was it? And I've asked Arnold this, Al this, Mel this. I've asked everyone this. What was it like living under the thumb of Ferdinand Marcos, the Philippine dictator? What was that like?
Actually, I don't give a fucking care about that. That during that time, I only care about our music that time.
That's the best response
Yeah.
I've had so far. I don't fucking care.
I don't care what he does, what he do.
Like, were you affected by martial law at all?
I'm studying near the. You know that I was studying near the palace, the Malacanang. Our school is near at the Malacanang Palace,
That's
and then I don't give a damn what he does.
So you weren't affected? Were you at all affected by martial law?
I never felt martial actually.
Jesus Christ.
I never felt the difference actually.
Wow, that's the first time I've ever
Maybe
heard someone
because
say
during
that.
that time, maybe because during that time I don't care. No.
You're the first person I've ever
I
asked.
read, I read the news. I read the news.
Wow.
I saw the rallies. I saw the
Eds.
militants going to going to Minjola. They have job strikes, work. No. But I don't care. Just pass.
That's funny as shit.
That's why I never felt what martial law is.
You were the only person from the Philippines who's responded this way. I'm just saying.
But you know what? I joined the EDSA revolution, the first EDSA revolution.
Wow. What was that? What was it like being part
I
of
was
that?
there. I was there at the middle of it.
Damn. Wow, that's crazy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Reagan administration.
Yeah, you know about the EDSA revolution.
Oh yeah,
the
I've
first
I've
EDSA
done
revolution?
I've done a lot of research on that.
I was a freshman then.
Just saying the aftermath of the
I
Edson
was I
Revolution.
was in my first year of college that time.
Not to sound bad to any Americans listening to this, but what happened after EDSA makes me ashamed of my own government
Mm.
because, yes, Marcos got kicked out, but do you know why he got kicked out and where he went to? The Reagan administration.
Hawaii.
Yeah, the Reagan administration
Yeah.
flew his ass from the
Reagan
Philippines to
embraced
Hawaii.
him.
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
as I said in my Dead End Second Coming review video, we're America. We don't negotiate with terrorists. We fucking fund them.
Yeah.
20 years of martial
That's what
law and being
high
a
voltage
dictator.
revolt's all about.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why
And that is what high voltage revolt's all about.
yeah, my country likes to stroke the dick off of dictators and fund terrible regimes all the time. Saudi Arabia, North Korea, you name it.
Yeah.
The U.S. government loves that shit for some reason. It's sad. Hell, what's your opinion of Duterte to get a little bit more current?
What about opinion of what?
Rodrigo Duterte, your current president.
Rodrigo Duterte. No, he does a good thing in some way, but most of the time,
That dude scared
it's
the shit.
against humanity.
So I'm
I think. Yeah.
most of
Yeah.
the killings, but
Yeah.
that dude scared the
So,
shit out of me when I lived there. Like he would just fly off the fucking handle
I
and
hope.
say
I
some of
hope
the
what. I hope.
huh? Oh, go ahead, go
I
ahead.
hope he kills the drug lords, not the users or
Yeah,
pushes, but
that's what I'm saying.
I want him to kill the drug lords.
He needs to stop going after the families and the users. If someone wants to smoke some pot, let them smoke some pot. But you know, go after those at the top who are supplying it. Like don't go after users.
Yes.
Help, obviously if someone's on fentanyl or cocaine or crack or whatever drug, if someone's on that, obviously put them in a rehabilitation center, try to get them off. But instead of just shooting and
Yeah.
killing and spilling the blood in the streets, go after the suppliers, the big
Yeah, and,
guys.
and why not go after to the leader, the drug
Yes,
lords? See,
exactly. If he wants to stop the
Mm.
war on drugs, that's who you go after. Stop fucking killing random people,
Go for the
Duterte.
head of the snake. Yeah,
Yes.
go for the head of the snake, right?
Yes, because if you take out the head, then
Mm.
obviously, I mean, he's never going to stop drugs in the Philippines. That's impossible because someone's always going to
Yeah.
do it. But the more and more he goes after the ringleaders, that's when it'll really, not cease, but that's when it'll send a message. But I think he's too much of a pussy to go
Mm.
after the drug lords because, they're powerful people and
I don't think so. He can do that.
well, he might do that. I mean, I don't really see it possible because I don't think he's willing to do it. It's easy.
It's like a mafia, no? It's like a mafia.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a lot easier to go after the innocent,
Mm.
the basic users than it is to actually go after the drug lords. It's a lot easier to go after.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot
Exactly.
easier to see a
Like
couple
El
of.
Chapo, right?
Yeah,
Example, like El Chapo.
it's much
Mm.
easier to see two kids doing a line of cocaine and shooting them and arresting them than it is to actually do the research and find out who's supplying the shit and go after them. It's sad. They just kind of do the easy way out, which so much blood has been spilled and it really pisses me
But
off.
they cannot totally wipe out the drug
Oh
trade.
yeah,
Actually,
it's impossible.
I don't think so. They can
It's
do that.
completely impossible. There's too much of it.
It's already malignant. No, it's like a cancer. No.
Yeah, like IOV has a song called Social Cancer and it's about that literally. But yeah.
Mm.
But is there anything else you want to add to this? Is we're
You
about
can minimize, but you cannot wipe out.
exactly. You can narrow the straits. But let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else I was gonna ask you because I'm at an hour and 45 minutes and I gotta go run some errands in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's actually it for now. We covered almost everything I was going to talk to you about, including politics.
Yeah. And it's been fun. I mean,
Yeah.
and thanks for the chat.
Of course. And hope you have a good day, mate.
I hope to see you Sunday
Oh
here
yeah,
in
you will.
Billings.
You will.
Huh?
You will. You'll see me. I'll let you know before when I book my plane ticket. I'm gonna make an announcement. But yeah, we'll meet up and I'll help you sign my private stock cassette
Uh,
that I'm making.
and
And
I'll find that betrayed tape for you. I'll find that betrayed tape for you.
you are awesome. I really
If you
appreciate
need
that.
that.
Yes, I would love that so much.
uh,
I'm actually gonna
it's an
listen.
original.
I'm gonna listen to Betrayed after I'm done with this interview. I'm gonna go
Okay.
listen to it now. I want to hear Urban Assault.
Okay.
Have a good one.